God, you can't even see that crankbait. That's number 4. He ain't much, but he's a keeper. So hey guys, Brad Whatley, Bassmaster Elite Series. We're kind of coming out of the fall into what I would consider the start of the winter here now. And in the fall and into the winter, like standbys for me, you know, are rattle traps. I love them. I mean, we got a lot of grass where I'm at, but it doesn't always have to be grass. It's grass, it's rocks, it's stumps. It doesn't matter. They work everywhere. But I throw a 1/4 ounce a lot when they're in the flats in the fall. That's really, I mean, it's just, they're in big groups and you can just catch the fire out of them. But as it starts getting in now to the winter months, the fish start pulling out of the flats and the drains, and they start grouping up more in the, you know, in the creek bends and stuff like that, but still not deep. You know, they're still right there on the edge, and I'll go up to a 1/2 ounce trap. This is an old school color that, you know, it's caught them for years around here. But anyway, that's what I'd like to do. Like I said, in the fall, coming out of the fall, small bait out of the fall into what we're now starting our winter down here. These fish I'm gonna upsize to a 1/2 ounce where I can get it out just a little bit deeper. So let's talk about the way I like to retrieve this bait. There's really not one retrieve fits all kind of thing. I mean, you can, if they're really aggressive and the fish are feeding, I mean, you can just throw it out and really they're gonna eat it. But if I'm on, like, say, pea gravel or smaller rock, you know, somewhere around that small rock range, like, I can drag this bait. Just drag it. It's just literally hitting the bottom. You're not moving it fast. You're just dragging it along, just a constant sweep of the rod. And then if I'm around grass, a lot of times you do want to let it get down in the grass. You know, I mean, let it get down in the grass and snatch it out. And you're provoking a reaction bite at that time. They're not just going to chase anything down that comes by them and eat it. So you will let it go down in the grass and just really snatch it, and they're going to eat it as it falls back. You know, I mean, it's the shimmy of the trap. And then also what I would consider another deal is you're not really wanting to let it get bogged down in the grass, but you do want to keep it to where it's ticking the grass. A lot of times if it's bogged down and snatched out of them, I've seen it where they won't eat it like that. They want it to just fairly tick the grass. You know, you're just trying to keep it free of the grass, but not a big massive stroke that it'll turn them off. So, I mean, you got to let them tell you what they want. Those are just, you know, 2 or 3 different ways of fishing it right there. But always just start out with a retrieve. If you're not getting a bite, change it up. You know, kind of let it go down in the grass or on the gravel, whatever you need to do. Stroke it. If that's not working, slow it down to where it's just barely making contact with it, but with little bitty small strokes, nothing major. And the thing about traps, 2-pounders, 10-pounders eat them. Some of the biggest fish I've ever seen, you know, they come off traps, and it's always from right now till February.